This is part 2 of Red Hive Guide. There won't be high edited moments, there won't be some plans like in part 1. I have recorded my regular boost, and in this video I will talk literally about every movement. Why have I done that? Or why I didn't pick up that token? I think this is the best method to immerse our brain into Red Hive boosting. So this is Red Hive boost total explanation. Let's go. Starting off with prepare. It'll be fast. Nectars. Try to get as much as possible. Also, before the boosting I collect all my planters, even if they're not full, just to get exactly 24 hours. Balloon Blessing. Pretty easy to get x20, maybe x25. Every red hive has a buoyant bee. Also, that's how I get Balloon Blessing. I use red dispenser, and which field will I get? I will use some glitter there, and I wait a couple of minutes to get about x25 Balloon Blessing. Try to get x5 Wealth Clock buff. I had x3, I don't know why. Also, every normal person kills Mondo Chick before boosting. It'll give you extra pollen and extra capacity. I got x8 buff, but I have big damage. If you can't get x8, then it doesn't really matter. There is no big difference between x8 and like x5. And of course, you need to reset 2 times, especially if you have less than 500 forks. These 2 resets will grant your bees full energy. This is important. I'm sure nobody wants to see their digital bee sleeping while you have Scorching Star. Look at my inventory. I have 10 clouds, I have coconuts, gumdrops, jelly beans, I have stingers, and I have glitter. Also, I use macro for auto stingers and jelly beans. It really helps not to waste more stingers than you need, and it really helps to stay focused, because you don't need to use Starsa every 30 seconds. Macro does it for you. Also, you can use macro for auto glitter and auto clouds, but I don't use it. That's not really comfortable for me. Also, sticker stack, you really need to have sticker stack buff. Also, before the boost, I refresh VIP server. Just make this empty for a bit and then join again. It will fix a bunch of lags, probably. And I don't suggest you to boost if you don't have VIP server, not a good idea. Ping. I usually have 60 to 80, which is really good for bee swarm, and small ping gives you a lot of advantages. If you have more than 200 ping, I feel bad for you and for your Scorching Star. Now, Wind Shrine. I prefer to donate Purple Potion, as I know there's much bigger chance to get Pepper Patch Wind Boost. You can also try to donate 3 red extracts. It gives red fuel to wins, but instead of x8 buff or x9 buff, you'll get about x5. Also, after you pick up your wind buff, your boost begins. So because of this, I recommend you to make sure that everything's good, you got all the resources, helpers, you got some good ping and precise marks. Well, they spawn. And also make x10 precision buff before donating to the Wind Shrine. You will save some time for boosting. The best field for red hives is definitely Pepper Patch. This field has 92% of red flowers and only 8% of white flowers. For example, Rose Field, it has 18% of white flowers, which is much more and worse. Unfortunately, I got Rose Field wins, so I have to make my boost at the Rose Field. There it is, Rose Field, and I need to do something. The first thing I do is glitter, and after glitter you need to wait at least 15 seconds to use loaded eyes. With this method you can maintain x4 field buff for 30 minutes. Now I bring my fuzzy alt over here. This dude will be AFK, but he has a lot of token links and also cup body, so it's fine. Super smoothie, loaded eyes, I make sure if everything's good and I start boosting. The most basic advice that you need to follow is maintain 3 of these buffs: red pollen, Greco chance, and super Greco chance. There's no fast ways how to master this, you just need practice. That's actually pretty easy to maintain. So about 80% of honey you will make doing Scorching Star, and judging by this, you need to make every Scorching Star as best as possible. Again, practice is the best way to learn. But here's the most important advices. While you don't have Scorching Star, try to make your field perfect for Scorching Star. A lot of pollen marks, precise marks, duped tokens, just everything. Also try to spawn X-Flame ability in the same second as Scorching Star. It'll help you to grow Scorching Star very quickly. Yeah, this example is pretty bad, but you can get over 5k star if you just stand in the middle of X-Flame. Also try to spawn X-Flame at the middle of the field, it's more comfortable. And look at this example, I purposely didn't go for all the targets, because if I would, then I would spawn X-Flame in a bad position. My Scorching Star has just ended, and look, I don't try to make as much honey as possible anymore. I focus on 3 things: get my scorching star back as fast as possible, prepare this field for the next scorching star as good as possible, and I try to spawn my X flame with my upcoming scorching star. Look at this, I'm so close to scorching star, and look at this field. I have everything for making honey. I got X3 of each mark, I maintain X10 of these buffs, I get smiley token, and look at the start of scorching star. I think it's clear. I stand right below smiley token, I pick up smiley token right after scorching star, and right after this I spawn X flame at the middle of the field. Really clear, but there's also a bit of luck, let's be honest. Also at this moment I could activate 3 of these targets. I have a bunch of buffs, so I would make a lot of honey, but I have lost all my precise marks. So what I did? I made an extra precise mark. There is about 23 seconds of scorching star has left, so I analyzed real quick and I decided to make a precise mark instead of activating all of the targets. By the way, look at my flame buff. During scorching star I maintain X2 of this. It gives X2 red pollen, so that's a lot. There are some exceptions where I can lose it, like when I have so much flame at the field, so even if I will lose it, I will get this back in a second. Also sometimes there is moments like this. I'm getting ready for the next scorching star and suddenly I get so much buffs and my farm gets really good. Technically I need to keep getting my scorching star back, but I have so much buffs and I can make extra honey, so I do it. And I made 700 billion in these 5 seconds, just because of all these buffs. I like moments like this. So this is my 3rd scorching star, and as you can notice, I don't do anything with my dark side. Why? Well, sometimes it's worth it to do it. When you transform your flame into a dark flame, its lifespan being reset, which means your flame will be at the field longer, so you can get more pollen and bigger scorching star. Look at this, X flame just appeared, I wait a bit, and then I transform this flame into a dark flame. And then I purposely get back, I turn off my shift lock to transform as much flame as possible, because dark flame gives you a really good buff, so I make this buff as big as possible. Also sometimes you get so much buffs in a row, like here I got scorching star, baby love, mother bear, and even inspired token. So when you have moments like this, it happens pretty often, not gonna lie. This is the best chance to make a lot of honey. Also your luck really important at this moment, like here I just got all the buffs and there is 1st precise ability. After this there was 2nd, and then 3rd. This is actually a lucky moment. Sadly I didn't have any digital beast abilities. By the way, during this scorching star I made 8 trillion, which means 178 billion in a second. And this example is a good combination between luck and knowledge, I guess. So yeah, I want to show you these 45 seconds of scorching star so that we can analyze together. By the way, this is an example of bad luck. I got really good buffs, but my bees, they just don't give me anything. I have nothing to work with. So this is pretty much it. Again, practice is the best way to learn, but don't spend so much time on this game. There's also real life, which is much cooler.